Hello guys, Cameron1 here, bringing you another episode of FS17 Fridays. You join me today guys, and I am currently at the shop, and as you can see I am in my for recovery truck. And if you watched my Farming Simulator 17 Mondays series, you will recognise this truck from last episode. But if you don't, basically I done an episode using this on FS17 Mondays, and I got a lot of comments saying people really enjoyed it and people wanted me to do another series. So I decided mix it up a little bit, and I'll do a series on this map today and as part of this series. So it's a little bit of a step away from farming, as I said when I last done it, but it's a bit of fun just to mix it up every now and then. It won't be a common thing I do, obviously, so it'd be a bit of fun. But I'll just give you a quick rundown of how the machine works. So basically it's got a locking mechanism to lock vehicles on. You can tow vehicles. It's got a sliding back flatbed. The flatbed also lifts up and down, so you can put the vehicle on it, slide it back in. It has amber lighting on it. We won't be using that, but you can use it if you would like to. And we also have a tow bar at the back there that sticks out, and you can lift up to change it the height of different vehicles. But for now we'll put that back in, and we are working under the shop who lease vehicles to people, and then the people either don't return them or they don't pay their bills for them, and we go and take them away. Or if there's accidents and the shop need to recover the vehicles, we also do that. So yeah, we're going to be doing a mixture of jobs like that today. So we have 4 jobs sent through to us today that have been inputted onto our sat nav ready for us, and the first one is actually not too far away, just in the corner near field number 2. So we had a similar problem in the last episode. A farmer failed to pay his bills, and as a result now needs his tractor being taken away from him because he's not paying for it. So that's our first mission, and I've got a report on the file that he's parked away from his farm in a hope that when people come to visit his farm they don't see it, and then the company won't take it away because they don't see it. But unfortunately we had a little bit of information as to where he's keeping it, and we can go and get it. So we don't need the keys, as I'm aware at the moment, because it's parked fairly easily to access. So we will be towing it out on the tow bar, so we won't be using our flatbed this time. But here it is, actually just here, and it is in the middle of the nowhere, so he must be trying to evade people seeing it. But unfortunately for him, we've seen it, and when we see it, that only means one thing: we're coming to take his vehicle. So let's not extend that, we don't need that. We actually need our tow bar today for this one. So there's our tow bar just sticking out the end. Just extend it fully, just so we've got enough space between my vehicle and the vehicle being seized, just for safety. So all these vehicles are going to be returned to the shop where then they can decide what they do with them as to whether they sell them or whether they lease them out to new owners. But like I said, that is nothing to do with me. I'm just recovering them, and hopefully we don't confront any of the owners, so it runs fairly smoothly. Okay, so there's the vehicle attached now. Don't know if you've seen the jump there, but what we'll do is we'll just actually lift it up a bit just so we're not dragging the wheels too much. Okay, and there we go. So let's get this vehicle back to its rightful owners. Oh, and didn't realise that was that sharp of a corner there, so we've got to just be a bit careful. Don't want to damage the vehicles, obviously, because then it will cost the recovery company money to fix them. And tight turn here, got to be careful not to turn too tightly because we could clip the vehicle with the back of our flatbed, but we're round now. And as you know, the shop is just up here. Okay, so the shop's just on the right over here. Sorry, not the right, the left. Okay, so round we go. And the shop have said we can just park the vehicles up out here and they'll deal with them later on, so that's perfect for us. We'll just drive them in just a little bit so there's room for us to get in the other vehicles. Okay, and we'll drop the vehicle there. We'll put in our tow bar for now. And now the next one is a black pickup truck, and currently the driver is in work. He leases this vehicle as a personal vehicle, so it's not for work such as farming. He's just a normal member of the public, and he leases this vehicle as his everyday vehicle. However, he failed to meet the payments on it, so unfortunately we have to go and take it. But again, there is also a report out on this vehicle because the towing company have been trying to take this vehicle before, and when they tried last time, the driver confronted the towing company and got a little bit violent before driving off with the vehicle. So hopefully we manage to take the vehicle while he's still in work and he doesn't come out and there's a big load of mither. But we do have a key for this vehicle, so hopefully it should be fairly easy. So like I said, he's at work, so hopefully we can drive into the parking lot, load up the flatbed with his vehicle and get out of there before we confront him. Okay, so there it is actually, so that is good news that he's still in the building. It's the black flatbed there. There are a couple of members of the public, so hopefully none of them are the driver. It appears not. None of them are going towards the vehicle, so that's good news. But here it is, and this is where he works. Okay, so we'll load it up now. Flatten that down. Hop out of our tow truck. We'll leave it running so we can get out quickly. And we'll jump in this vehicle. Like I said, we have the keys already. I don't know what that man's doing walking through my truck, but there we go. Okay, so we'll just need to turn slightly. Okay, and let's load it up quickly. It's a rather long vehicle this, so it might be a tight squeeze, but it is on just about there. Okay, so we will jump out now. The driver's not come out yet, so we are okay. We will lock the vehicle in place. There we go, the vehicle locked on, so now we can lift it up safely. Okay. Okay, so there's his vehicle loaded up. Okay, so I recommend we get going immediately before he comes out, and I'm sure the company will be pleased to have recovered this vehicle. Like I said, we had quite a lot of problems with this driver. I'll have to go in cab for this because the vehicle's so big it's blocking our third camera view. Okay, so once we get this back to the shop, what will happen is the shop will send out a letter of seizure to the previous owner who failed to pay his bills, just letting him know that his vehicle has been seized. If he's not aware already, I'm sure he probably is anyway. But then he'll be asked to get in contact to hand over his key that he has, and from there then he will sign over the vehicle legally back to the shop. And if he fails to get in contact with the shop, then the shop have the power to sign the vehicle back to themselves on his behalf. So it's all sorted anyway, but we are back now, so this is not our part to worry about now, it's the shops. Okay, so I'm sure the shop will have security cameras to ensure that the driver does not come and take the vehicle, because you'd be surprised how many would attempt to take the vehicle back. But there it is, it's a rather nice vehicle as well, and it's a shame he failed to pay the money for that because it's a great vehicle. Okay, so we'll lower it down. Okay, and we will unlock the load so it's not tied down anymore. It's important to take down just for transportation, but now we can roll it off like that, and we'll park it just in the spot next to our other vehicle we seized. Perfect. So that's 2 of our missions done today. They were the easiest ones. Our other ones reports are of HGVs, so trucks, and they don't sound too great. They sound like it might be a lot of work, so hopefully it's not too bad. But the first one is a abandoned vehicle that's been crashed up in the woods. A member of the public found it and reported it to the police, and when they tracked the vehicle's registration plate, they found out it was owned by the shop, and because they can't find who owns the vehicle, the shop have been given the right to the vehicle, and the key was left in the vehicle. It's just up here actually. The engine wasn't running, but the vehicle was left unlocked with the key in the ignition. Crashed into the mountain just there, or at least the hill. So I'm not too sure what happened or why it happened, but like I said, all I know is from the report that the police were called about this vehicle, and the shop has asked us to recover it, and that's our job, so we will do that. We got told the keys have been left in the vehicle, so it's a rather nasty position to land in. Not much front end damage actually, so it doesn't appear too bad. Hopefully we can fit this actually on our flatbed. If not, we may have to tow it. It's important that we remain safe with our vehicle and don't tow a vehicle that is hanging over the edge of our flatbed. And I actually think it's too wide to fit on our flatbed. I'll reposition it, but I'm not sure we'll fit it on our flatbed. So we may need to oh no, it's just fitted on, only just, but it is on. So yeah, there we go. Well, unattached from that, and I'll lock it on before it goes flying anywhere. And look at that, just by lifting up the vehicle, it's actually rocking us backwards. I'm not sure this is safe, so we'll see what it's like once we get it flat. And it's actually got us up to 21 miles per hour. Wow. Okay, so it is on our vehicle. Okay, and I'm actually losing control of the vehicle as a result of this. Okay, so I don't feel comfortable with that on the flatbed truck, so I am definitely going to take that off there. I wasn't too sure whether it would work in the first place, but that has just confirmed it, and that's way too dangerous for us to drive on the road. Okay, so we've driven it off because it was actually driving us forward there. We wasn't even driving. The pure weight of it was too much for our vehicle to hold. So what we'll do is we'll pull out our tow bar. Okay, and we'll attach up to the vehicle. There we go. This should be much easier to tow. Still going to be hard, obviously, because we're towing a wagon at the end of the day, but I'm sure we'll manage it in the end. Okay, so it is actually in a bit of a reservoir, or a bit of a ditch at the moment, so we'll just try and pull it out. There we go. And luckily we don't actually have to go very far, and we're not on the road much, so that's good news. We may actually have to go on the road because this vehicle is so heavy, we're actually struggling to carry it. We're at full revs and it's just not turning whatsoever. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll head back down this way, and we'll try and find an alternate route to get this vehicle round. We're still going uphill. It's so heavy our vehicle can't even pull it up a slight hill. Got to be completely downhill or our vehicle is just not able to pull it, which is rather crazy. Okay, so our vehicle again is still not pulling it. So what we'll try and do is okay, so that's not working. I was hoping we'd be able to drive the vehicle straight just so we could tow it, but it's not having any of it at all. Okay, so we'll unattach from the vehicle, try reattaching, hopefully that can get us going again. Possibly just a bit of a jammed connection. I've got to be really careful because our weight is very high at the moment and we are going downhill. Okay, and there is a bit of a hill up here as well, so I'm going to floor it. Hopefully we'll climb up the hill if at all possible. It's not actually doing that bad on this hill. I thought this hill was actually fairly steep, but no, done quite alright there. Okay, so we'll turn this corner now. And I'm reading my notes here, and I believe the next one is actually a lorry with a trailer. So that's going to be even harder if that is true. All I'm aware is it's a full 44-ton truck and trailer, and I'm just getting information through that it's a crash, I believe. So we'll try and get to that as soon as possible. I believe it's blocking the road at this time, so they need us to get there to clear the road, because the company's other tow trucks are currently not being used, so we're the only one out on driving recovering vehicles today, so they need us to get to that one as quickly as possible. But we also need to drive this one safely. And if the worst comes to the worst, we had the keys for this vehicle, but we don't have the keys for the next vehicle. So that could be a slight problem. But we have finally got this one back safely now. So I'm sure there'll be some police investigation involved into what happened with this vehicle. And then after that, again, I'm not sure what the company will do with the vehicle, possibly release it out like they do with their other vehicles. But we'll park this one up over here, and we'll get to the next job as fast as we can, whilst maintaining safety of ourselves and other road users. Okay, so we'll drop that. There we go. That's dropped perfectly. Okay, and I might as well leave my tow bar out because we are going to be needing it again. Oh, and no, we don't want to come down this road. My sat nav was recalculating the route there, and I read it too early. But here is the vehicle. Oh, and it's going to be a tricky one to get to that. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky recovery. And in fact, I've just been told that the police left the keys in the vehicle for us, just to make it a little bit easier for us. So that's great news, just makes it a little bit easier. But we still need to turn this huge vehicle round on this bridge. Ooh, we nearly driving off the end here. Okay, so we'll just spin it round now. Okay, so we're nearly round now. Hopefully this is a slightly better angle for us to see what we're doing. Tell you what, if we slide in our tow bar, that should allow us a few extra inches to reverse. Okay, so just turn the wheel right round and hopefully we can get straight on this turn. Luckily the road is fairly quiet at this time. It's not rush hour. Obviously it's coming up to 7 o'clock now, so the quicker we get this done, the quicker we can knock off ourselves for the end of our shift. But this is going to be a tricky reverse. Obviously the bar is gone over there, so hopefully we can get it out. It just looks like a jackknife, and that's just caused a big roadblock of both lanes. Okay, so obviously due to insurance we're not allowed to drive this vehicle back to the shop. We have been told it has to be towed, and that's in the words of the insurance company, so that's important. Although we do have the keys and it appears in good condition, so it would probably just be easier to drive it, we've been told we're not allowed. Okay, so it's so heavy our vehicle is just not pulling it at all. So what we're going to have to do is we're probably going to have to unattach from the low loader and possibly come and recover that at another time. Okay, so we're still struggling to get it going. Are we unhinged from that? Okay, so we'll fold up the legs. I think I accidentally knocked the button to unattach them. Okay, so that should be quite a large weight off the vehicle, so hopefully we can now tow this. Even at full revs we are struggling to tow it. There we go. We are just about pulling it. 4 or 5 miles per hour. And obviously it's still not the best situation because we've had to leave a trailer in the middle of the road. So we'll come back and try and attach to that, and if we can't, hopefully we can get permission off either truck owners to allow us to use the truck just to pull that, be it off the insurance company to use this, or the police to use the other one, hopefully they say yes, because I don't think we're going to be able to pull it otherwise. Okay, so that's the truck back, but now we've got the trailer to get back. That could be the problem. I mean, technically we could be able to attach to it because it's the same load type as this vehicle, but I highly doubt that we will be able to attach to it. Okay, so we'll have to perform a 3-point turn here, just so we can reverse up to it, because we won't be able to turn around on the bridge as easily. And like I said, luckily it is late in the evening, so there's no heavy traffic flow. Okay, so we can actually tow it, which is rather impressive. So there we go. The road is now clear and reopened for vehicles to travel along. And that's all jobs done for today, guys. So I am going to end the video here, and hopefully you have enjoyed. So again, like I said, a little bit of a change to the normal type of farming video, but just a bit of fun. And like I said, you guys seem to enjoy them on the Monday series, so I thought, seeing as they wanted another one, I thought I'll do one on this series, just to let people watch it if they don't necessarily watch my Monday series. But guys, that is the end of today's video, guys. So I'm going to end the video here, like I said. So hopefully you have enjoyed, and remember to go like, comment and subscribe for more fun weekly uploads. So again, I will see you all next week. So bye for now.